Happy 4th, 2023. Alright. I want to karaoke practice this song again. To me, the song is so magical. Sting originally wrote the song Fields of Gold. The cover by Eva Cassidy is divine, I'm gonna say. It's a strong word. Divine. This is godly or goddessly beautiful in my book. Originally, I first heard this song when just having playing music so I can fall asleep. I have a falling slumber playlist on Spotify, and I used to be able to tell Alexa, never mind, to play songs, and then this Amazon voice recognition would play this song, and I thought, wow, this song makes me want to just fall asleep, fall dead. Asura's Wrath video game series got a great scene of falling in the afterlife. And the same thing is in Devil May Cry. Virgil, Dante, when they die, they fall. And it's a sense of falling during the afterlife. So we have it both in a very Eastern video game series like Asura's Wrath, as well as a very Western video game series like Devil May Cry. Wow, I did not know I would start talking about all this stuff when I started streaming. Sometimes this just brainstorms into my brain to talk about. So I found these, especially this Eva Cassidy cover, to be so good at getting me to fall asleep. And the song continues to be beautiful. My mom in the car was just remarking just how beautiful this is, just hearing just a couple seconds of the song. So let me point out the lyrics I feel are incredible. So you'll remember me when the west wind moves. So, you know, these simple words, when the west wind moves, like, what does that mean? I guess, I don't even know how winds are classified. Is the west wind when the wind is blowing to the west, or is the west wind when the wind comes from the west? Let's see. What is the west wind? Oh. So the west wind is the wind that originates in the west and blows in an eastward direction. Okay. So regardless, this wind is called the west wind, and I'm reminded of just westernization is almost the same as modernization ever since, you know, the end of the Second World War. This is westernization for pretty much all countries that do not want to get left behind have to adopt a lot of Western things, science and technology being probably the foremost. I think of the Magna Carta as well, originally from the UK, United Kingdom, UK. I think that Asian and a lot of any kind of dynasty revolving around a family bloodline is going to get messed up when there's a weak link, when there's a weak link somewhere, the king's too young, all these, it's like, or the king, turns mad, or all these other things. This dynasty, this entire country of people is going to suffer into chaos and whatever. Um, so, so not having entire civilizations dependent on the strength and smartness of a family bloodline, that it's always that weak link that is so bad for the civilization. And so, Chinese dynasties have been said to be cyclical, and I really do believe that there was always this weak link, and then the entire civilization gets reset to, freaking the Stone Age, or just all this suffering of the people. And so that's why I think Magna Carta and moving towards a better, more resilient succession of power is also a very Western, originally from the UK that I know of, that really spread this Western, I'm just going to call it tech. I can call everything tech. This technique of having civilizations get moved and passed on in terms of the chain of succession in a very orderly, logical way. This technique is very Western. The techniques of the Industrial Revolution, factories, very Western, and again in the United Kingdom it originates. I've told coworkers that I feel like there's a magical green and white dragon just blessing the UK, Uck. The United Kingdom, Urahara Kisuke's hat. This magical green and white dragon is blessing the United Kingdoms with these two cornerstones of westernization, modernization. I feel like it's like an Elder Dragon Highlander from Magic the Gathering. This green and white dragon, Maynard, just blessing the United Kingdom with arguably the most important techniques that humankind has known. So, all this tech from the West, that's what I think of for the song. This line is also really, really divine. You can tell the sun in his jealous sky. I've never heard the sky or the sun be connoted, have connotations with jealousy, but it somehow works. Even in this really fine, bright day, I see, it's, just open up my curtains as much as I reasonably can. Wow, this is such a bright, beautiful, sunny day. Do I think of jealousy when I think of this kind of sunny day? There's not a cloud in the sky. Although there is a little bit of white in the horizon. I do not think of jealous sky. This is very original, and it somehow works. Even in the heart of heaven, angels do feel fair. What a line from Diablo 3. Even in such a sunny, cloudless sky, it's so sunny and so cloudless, the sky, you know, some humans think of jealousy. I don't naturally think of that, but I can see it, you know. It's only one sun. We do not live in a binary star system. We live in a one sun star system, and so this sun is jealous because I guess you could say, oh, the sun does not want other stars it does not want this binary star system. All right, there's tons of ways you can think of why the sky is jealous, and it, you know, it's original. It really got me thinking in different dimensions. When we walked in fields of gold, gold is becoming just more and more magical to me. It has you know, very esteemed and valuable connotations in most, maybe all civilizations. When I think of gold, I think of quadratic reciprocity, which Carl Friedrich Gauss, or C.F. Gauss, called quadratic reciprocity the Aureum Theorema, or Theorema Aureum, or basically the golden theorem. So I don't even know where is that jump. Like, why did Gauss call QR the golden theorem? Well, QR is quadratic reciprocity. Reciprocity is reciprocal, like that makes me think of karma. You know, you do things, and this cosmos in general reciprocates that to you. So I don't know if that's why Gauss called QR the golden theorem, but it's definitely the connotations in my brain when I hear that a theorem in math is called the golden theorem. Alright. And there is such a play on words, that I developed. It's so fun. It's so good that it hurts. So okay. Aureum Theorema. Yes, maybe it's better if I type this out. It's more clear. So gold. There's very straightforward connotations here. Gold, golden rule equals karma. Connotes with Aureum aura. Notice how AU begins both those words. And gold on the periodic table is AU, aura. And these words have not changed since Latin, I think. I think that aureum and aura are both unchanged since the Romans. Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, aura is from the Greeks. That's a little different, but aura is from the Greeks even, and let's see here, gold, aureus Latin. Yeah, those words have changed very little from what is traditionally taught as the beginning of Western civilization. So this doesn't end here. There's also what I just said. Quadratic reciprocity. I don't know when I'm going to be able to continue that math practice series, but if I had infinite time, it would be pretty high on my list because of all these golden connotations. So quadratic reciprocity. So, alright, let me switch around a little bit here. So, aureum aura is also, it's a homonym, it sounds the same. Owl aura. And if you say owl aura, that is Athena aura. And it's also Drake's logo. So Drake aura, because the rapper Drake, artist Drake, actor Drake, his logo is an owl, which is Athena's logo too. So an owl aura also is a homonym for owl. Oh, no. I said that already. It's also a homonym for owl. It hurts. Aura. Which is... Well, that was not a homonym, really. Ouch has an extra ch sound. It's an owl. Owl aura. Which is almost the same as an ouch aura. And this hurts. The quadratic... So, this can all be said to be connoted with quadratic reciprocity. I might have to go soon. My wife and daughter seem like they need some attention. Okay, so we're here now into quadratic reciprocity. Ouch, or quadratic reciprocity. So this is Aureum theorema. Or I think you can invert that too in Latin. Theorema aureum. And this is something I don't understand yet. I hope I'm gonna eventually one day understand it. Like the back of my hand, like a forehand tennis serve, or a Roger slice backhand. I want to understand the quadratic reciprocity in a way that is so natural that I'll never forget it, like riding a bike. So I like how Gauss signed his name C.F. Gauss one day. That sounds cool. When I say C.F. Gauss, it makes people do a double take. Like, what does he mean, C.F. Gauss? I know Carl Friedrich Gauss, but yes, Carl Friedrich Gauss signed something just C.F. Gauss. Well, I like how that, like, some people do a double take, like who calls that brilliant dude C.F. Gauss? So this entire thing is just a play on words. There's just so much to gold. And maybe there is a reason why gold has been such an incredible valuable thing in so many civilizations. Alright, so explained that, and then this line is also great. This line, it does not even make grammatical sense or um, semantic meaning sense. So she took her love for to gaze a while. That is not a proper sentence. But I do not care. I am not a grammar Nazi. In fact, I will make a kind of a controversial statement that modern English would do very well to be a little more like modern Chinese, in that the grammatical looseness of Chinese adds a lot of interesting magic to the language, or techniques, or technology, or tech to the language. Um, it, it's hard to describe. I've heard, yeah, grammar does add clearness to the language, so that's something that modern English has an advantage over modern Chinese. But in terms of self-expression, ability to express oneself, and just sounding cool, I guess, a lot of double entendre, triple entendres when you can be so loose with the grammar, which is both good and bad, because there's starting to be a lack of clarity. But okay, I love this sentence. I love this line. This is one of the lines I was thinking about when originally thinking about talking about all these lyrics. So she took her love for to gaze a while. So both these prepositions here do not make grammatical sense. So she took her love. I mean two maybe. You say for to gaze. It's like getting so loose with the words, but it just works so well. And I do notice the differences between Eva Cassidy and Sting. Eva Cassidy did actually change the lyrics to what she liked more, and which I also like Eva Cassidy's cover more than the original. So it's like, what does this mean? This is like so, it doesn't make grammatical sense, but I love this line so much because it just makes you stop thinking of fitting some grammar Nazi strict grammar and just express yourself and just concentrate on your breath and your tone and your all of this non-verbal communication and not the letter of the law, but the spirit of the law. You start concentrating on that and it just becomes very magical, very advanced technology, according to Arthur C. Clarke. So these are all really good lines. In his arms she fell as her hair came down, finally finding that love of one's life. I never made promises lightly, and there have been some that I've broken. To me, this is very reality. Like, when I promise, I really hope to keep my promise, but I am no god. Any mere mortal can hardly keep the promise that tomorrow will be another day. What if the sun novas? Our understanding of dark matter, dark energy, and why stars supernova or nova, or just spontaneous combustion, our understanding of physics does not allow us to make any guarantees about even the next moment. So that's reality. Any promise that a mere mortal makes is like dust in the wind. So, but, we try hard. In reality, our experience is there will be another day. The sun always rises again. But we are not used to black swan events either. So, there have been some that I've broken. But I swear in the days still left, we'll walk in fields of gold. So really emphasize the swear, the mortal's resolve. It's a Magic the Gathering card. The way she says this ooh is just that advanced technology of Arthur C. Clarke. um, so this line is again such a masterpiece. See the children run as the sun goes down. This is, to me, I just think of having children, the mortals, demise of old age. We see our children run as the sun goes down upon our own limited lifespan of 7 decades and change in the U.S. 77 years, it's not that much time. Do not have the time to go learn all these languages that are so beautiful. So yeah, that just says it's like the Godfather movie series that I finally watched in their entirety recently. Yeah, I mean, you see the rise and then the eventual old age death of Michael Corleone. And that masterpiece of cinema is just it just tracks the life of a mortal. We go through life, most of us want children, or many of us want children. I don't even know if most, I can't statistically prove a 50% plus one on that, but many of us want children. We see the children run as the sun goes down, and our life can only be so long before that moonshot one of eternal youth, that advanced technology, Arthur C. Clarke. So when I hear this, it's just feeling me fall into old age and death, as you lie in your grave of fields of gold. So, those are the lyrics. Let me go through this. And she starts with a ooh, which is not in this lyric. Alright. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You'll remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. You can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walked in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while among the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as her hair came down among the fields of gold. Will you stay with me? Will you be my love among the fields of barley? And you can tell the the sun in his jealous sky when we walked in fields of gold. I never made promises lightly, and there have been some that I've broken. But I swear in the days still left, we'll walk in fields of gold. We'll walk in fields of gold. I never made promises lightly, and there have been some that I've broken. But I swear in the days still left, we'll walk in fields of gold. We'll walk in fields of gold. Many years have passed since those summer days, 'mong the fields of barley. See the children run as the sun goes down, as you lie in fields of gold. You'll remember me when the west wind moves 'mong the fields of barley. You can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walked in fields of gold. When we walked in fields of gold. When we walked in fields of gold. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Hoo, hoo, hoo. All right, I think that is it for this one. Happy 4th of July, everyone. 2023. Oh shoot, what is the prime factorization of 2023? Fudge, man, this is... Alright, I'm just gonna Google it. As Cherry Tao said, he does not see any even... It's like a mile-high rock and there's no grasp in sight. How should I find the prime factorization of 2023? I think I saw once, it was like 17 times 17. So 17 times 17, 289 times 6. Right? Times 6, times 6. No, times 7, times 8. 9? Times 8. No, times 7. Oh! Wow, that's a lot of 7s. Alright. Terry Tao said it's like a mile-high rock for that Riemann zeta hypothesis proof. There's no foothold, handhold in sight. I don't think that's probably not the same as talking about how to prime factorize 2023 when I saw it like in January. But yeah, happy 17 times 17 times 7. Happy 4th of July. a sunny day, not a cloud in the sky. I see some blackbirds, maybe. I see four of those blackbirds and quite a formation of geometry in the sky. The world is your oyster. It's like my Devil May Cry video from so long ago. Go out there, pull some Devil May Cry stunts if you can. Watch that People Are Awesome video by Hadouken Levitate. All these Devil May Cry stunts I'm seeing in this video. The world is your oyster. Let's go get it. Let's go get that eternal youth technology. Let's go get that spaceships for everyone technology. Let's go get that resurrection, necromancy, necromancy that has been talked about so much in the religious texts of Abrahamic religions. And I think it's going to be a big waste of time if these, billions upon billions of, well, I don't know how many Christians, 2 billion, so multiple billion. It's going to be a huge waste of time if necromancy is impossible in this universe. I think it's not possible. If not for Arthur C. Clarke, his 3 laws, this first law is saying that if you think resurrection or necromancy is impossible, you're probably wrong, even if you're a distinguished scientist. So, even outside of religion, Arthur C. Clarke's first law is saying it's probably possible. So yeah, the world is our oyster. I'm gonna end it there.